my name is Ilya Martinovich. I'm a service technician at Engineered Air. In this video I will demonstrate how to calibrate the discharge air set point and sensor on the GTRAC2 control board. But before we get started, please have a look at the following. The GTRAC2 has several different set point options, from standalone phase set point, remote panel set point, to 0 to 10 VDC reset, room reset, and even ambient reset. The set point calibration that we will cover is the standalone phase set point dial on the GTRAC2 control board. To know what type of set point is controlling your unit, you should refer to the unit function page installed in the unit control cabinet. The phase set point dial on the GTRAC2 is activated when terminals S and SP are jumped and no discharge air resets are activated, or dip switches 1 through 5 are in the off position. If you have a remote panel with set point and no resets, terminals S and SP are not jumped, and the remote panel set point dial is wired to terminals M, S, and U. Whether you have a phase set point or remote set point, the calibration method I'm about to show you is the same for both. Once you have determined the type of set point that is controlling the GTRAC2, locate the 3 test pins in the large cutout on the board. These 3 test pins will give you a readout of your final calculated set point and discharge sensor temperature. With the GTRAC2 powered, set your voltmeter to volts DC. Next, take the common lead of your multimeter and set it on the common test pin. Then, take your positive lead and set it on the test pin labeled SPC. Once your multimeter leads are installed on the test pins, a voltage will appear on your multimeter. 1 volt DC is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. In this case, the meter is reading 16.8 degrees Celsius. The set point dial on the GTRAC2 is set for 20 degrees Celsius. The set point will have to be calibrated. To calibrate the discharge set point, locate the pot labeled DSP Calibration. With a pocket screwdriver, adjust the DSP calibration pot until your voltage reading matches your discharge set point dial. Once your voltage reading matches your set point dial, your set point is calibrated. To calibrate the discharge air sensor, use a thermocouple and measure the temperature at the sensor. Make sure the temperature at the sensor is steady. Next, with the GTRAC2 powered, set your multimeter to volts DC. Next, set the common lead of your multimeter onto the common test pin and the positive lead of your multimeter onto the pin labeled D temp. With your multimeter leads on the test pins, a voltage reading will appear on your multimeter. 1 volt DC is equal to 10 degrees Celsius. In this case, 1.7 volts DC is 17 degrees Celsius. That is the temperature that the discharge air sensor is sensing. To calibrate the discharge air sensor, locate the pot labeled D-Send Calibration. Using a pocket screwdriver, adjust the pot labeled D-Send Calibration until your multimeter on your right matches the multimeter on the left. Once the numbers match, you have calibrated your discharge air sensor. The discharge air sensor is based on resistance. A resistance greater than 4,000 ohms will show up as open sensor alarm on the GTRAC2. A quarter-second LED flash indicates open discharge temperature sensor. The sensor has failed and will have to be replaced.